Welcome back to Monday Morning Stretching. I'm Darrell Shack with Campbell's Precision Kinetics, and today we're going to go through 4 stretches to help you maintain fantastic torso mobility. So the first activity we're going to do is a cat-camel or cat-cow exercise. This exercise isn't really a stretch, it's more designed just to get the spine warmed up and to get each individual vertebrae working with its buddy up top and down below. So when we're going through this, we're going to go at a pretty slow tempo, about 3 to 5 seconds per movement, and we're not really going to push into a stretch for it. We're just getting the spine moving. So we'll set up in a quadruped position. From there, I'm going to bring my back up to the sky as I tuck my chin and tuck my bum. From there, I'm going to stick the head out, stick the bum out as I arch as much as I comfortably can. We want to make sure the tempo is nice and slow and that we're not producing any pain with this. For this activity, we're going to go through for 2 to 3 sets of 10 reps, 3 to 5 seconds per individual movement, and give yourself about 20 seconds in between each set to rest. The next stretch we're going to do is a seated rotation stretch. Now, this stretch is best performed with either a 4-foot dowel or an old broomstick if you don't have one of those kicking around. So for this stretch, we're going to get set up in a nice tall seated position, making sure we're not using the backrest. And we're going to make sure that the hips, knees, and ankles are all at the same width, so everything's in a nice alignment. From there, we're going to bring the dowel up and across the shoulders. I'm going to start by turning to one side as far as I can, producing a good, comfortable stretch through the torso. I'm going to hold here for about 3 seconds prior to turning back to the other side, nice, slow, controlled. Finding that good, comfortable stretch while keeping the low body nice and quiet, not allowing any movement through there, to complete 1 repetition. Now, for this activity, we're going to do 2 to 3 sets of 10 reps, so that's 10 times back and forth, holding for 3 seconds at the end of each rep, with a 20-second rest in between sets. The next stretch we're going to do is a torso side bending stretch. That's going to hit that QL muscle, or quadratus lumborum. So with this guy, what we're going to do is we're going to reach one hand up overhead, we're going to grasp around the wrist with the other hand, and just start to side bend away, pulling the hand up and over. Now, as we side bend, we should start to feel a good quality stretch off the bottom of the rib cage in the back. We'll hold here for about 30 seconds. Once we're done with that, we come up and we switch sides. So for this activity, we're going to go 2 to 3 sets, holding for 30 seconds, and we don't need any rest because we can just go straight from one side to the other. The last stretch that we're going to cover today is a thoracic extension stretch, or a stretch to try and arch that mid-back. Now, the reason we're doing this is because we really want to avoid that hunchback posture. So to get set up for this, we're going to get into our nice tall seated position in the chair. From there, I'm going to grab my hands in behind my neck, interlocking the fingers. And then I'm just going to I'm going to try and arch my mid-back as much as I can, bringing the elbows to the sky as I keep my core nice and strong and keep the rib cage tucked. Now, what we should feel if we do this properly is a good stretch down the length of the mid-back, so down the spine itself. So we can hold here anywhere up to about 30 seconds. However, for some people that's a little uncomfortable, so feel free after 10 seconds to release gently out of the stretch and then come right back in for another 10 seconds until you've completed 30 seconds of stretch. So for the stretch, we're going to go 2 to 3 sets, holding for 30 seconds or doing that 10 times 3 hold. And we're going to do that for 3 sets with 20 seconds rest in between each set. And that's it for this week's edition of Monday Morning Stretching. Thanks for joining us, and tune in next week when we finish off the series covering a variety of low body stretches to help us maintain great mobility through the hips, knees, and ankles.